Hey, it's Atomic Monsoon. And you just heard the music from our friends at Def M Records, the Def M Records All-Stars. You can go find more music that sounds kind of like that at defmrecords.com, and you should go do that and support local independent musicians. Even if you're not local to them, you should support them because they're independent. Hey, it's just Andy this week because everyone else had family stuff, obligations to take care of. I thought I should get some friends, so I did. I asked my friends Kristen and Megan, the sisters that don't do anything, to come join me because I know I've mentioned them a couple times on the show, and I thought, well, let's get them on. And so they were kind enough to join me. So, hi, gals, how you doing?
Hey,
Hello.
We're doing pretty good. How are you doing?
Look, we're doing something.
You are doing something.
True. This week we are on a podcast.
Yes. I'm doing well. I'm hot because it's July in Phoenix.
Yeah.
It's
like 117 degrees out there right now.
I thought it was 120.
Okay.
On the river.
Well, hey, listen, listeners, you're gonna hear some fans today because it's hot and there's it. I don't care.
And I'm very geeky, so I fan over a lot of stuff.
Also, there's going to be a lot of puns, so strap in.
Prepared to be punished.
Oh boy.
It's going to be fun. Okay, so sisters that don't do anything, who are you and what do you do?
Well, I'm Megan. I'm the oldest of the sisters that don't do anything.
And I'm Kristen. I'm the youngest of the sisters that don't do anything.
And basically our channel is just, it's kind of an amalgamation of a bunch of different things, just things that we like. But right now we do a lot of talking about movies that we've seen. We are currently going through the entire list of Disney films. And we talk about the plot of them. We talk about things that we liked and didn't like, maybe some things that were a little problematic because, I mean, you know, it was the 40s, 50s, 60s.
Stuff that makes us giggle, like tigers and random jokes and snakes sticking their head out of the ground at appropriate times for comedic stuff. Yeah.
Okay, so that's what you do in your channel. What do you do when you're not on your channel?
Oh, well, in my everyday life, I, Megan, am a page with the Phoenix Public Library system, so I play with books all day.
I fight crime at night. They call me Batwoman. I'm just kidding.
And she's never been in the room with Batwoman, so you can't prove that she's not.
Yes, I am not Bruce Wayne. Wait. I am currently, sadly, unemployed. So I've been doing a lot more art at home and working on our videos, figuring out different techniques on how to edit things and whatnot.
Is it possible to be unemployed if you're an artist, though? Because, like, you're constantly working on your craft.
True, but I'm not getting paid.
You're paying yourself in joy.
Okay, yeah, but I can't buy food with joy.
That's fair.
I mean, like, I could go up to the cashier and be like, hello, I have a bunch of joy for you. Isn't it joyous? Can I have some food? And they probably would be like, no, because then I'd get fired and have to pay things with joy.
Okay. I mean, that's fair.
Man, that makes me rethink the entire economic system that we have. If we could all just pay for things with happiness,
I know
the world would be much happier.
That's true. But I mean, talking about joy, I don't think you've actually played the game We Happy Few, but joy is a pill that they take in that. So that's what it made me think of when you were talking about paying for things with joy. I was like, just don't pay them in pills, Kristen. You will get arrested.
Is that the one with that short hair? And it's kind of like Alice in Wonderland, but there's like a giant skeleton in there and Mr. Midnight.
No.
And then there's a bear on a cycle or something.
No, that is not We Happy Few.
What is that one?
That one's Frambo.
Yes, I love that one.
Anyway.
No idea.
It's a game you can play. I've seen Markiplier, Jacksepticeye play it. It's really good. It's like Alice in Wonderland, except you get to see all these crazy images
And
and
say no, it's Alice in Wonderland, except there's a lot more like of the video game Alice.
Yes, it's
aspect
like
to
that.
it.
Okay.
So, yeah,
Got it.
that's Frambo.
it's a lot darker, but it's interesting. And there's a giant talking skeleton.
So the answer to the question is that you're an unemployed artist.
Yes.
That
But
is
also,
interesting.
random things about skeletons and bears on unicycles.
Yes.
Yeah. These are the thoughts that keep her occupied. And you know what? I figure at least she's not burning down the city.
Not
True.
yet. I mean,
Listen, it's 117 degrees out. Like, the city's going to burn itself down eventually.
Yes, you are correct.
a burning sensation that's sweeping the nation.
All right, so my next question is listen, it's dumb, but people are conspiracy theorists all over the place. Are you really sisters?
Yes, we are actually sisters in real life. I am 3 years older than her, although actually we took a couple classes together in community college, and most people assumed we were twins. I think wasn't there a time in our math class where we actually had to take out our IDs and be like, no, we
we're
are
not.
literally 3 years apart.
It's so true.
But yes, we are real life blood related sisters.
She was very unhappy when I came.
I was 3 years by myself with mom and dad, and then you came into the world screaming.
I know. And then we have a picture, and she's eating like this corn cob, and I'm like screaming in the background in mom's arms, and she's just like rolling her eyes like, dear Lord, what have you gotten me into?
Yeah. I'm relatively positive. I don't remember much about when I was 3, but I have a feeling I was one of those kids that was like, so when does this go back to the hospital?
Oh no.
But we love each other now.
Yes.
We got all of our fighting out when we were younger.
Yes.
That's good. That's good. Yeah. No, I am an older sibling as well, and my brother and I are 5 years apart. So I get it.
Yeah. You love them, but also.
Yeah. But again, now that we're adults, we get along great, and my brother's one of my best friends, and I'm glad that that he's okay in the pandemic.
Yes.
So
Yay for semi-maturity.
hooray!
Huzzah.
All right. So what prompted the start of the Sisters That Don't Do Anything?
Well, I don't know for Kristen necessarily. I do know that when it came to me, we had been talking about this for 3 or 4 years, and we had friends and family who all said, "Oh, you guys should do a YouTube channel. I would just love to watch you." We kept putting it off because it is admittedly a lot of work, like a lot more work than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
And when the pandemic hits and we were all home for like 2 or 3 months and going slowly out of our minds, I thought, man, I want to just watch movies and talk about them, but I want to just kind of scream about them into cyberspace. So that was kind of, I pulled Kristen aside and said, you want to start doing this? And she said, okay.
Yeah, basically we were talking about it for years, and I think we have a couple of unknown clips that we went to the spirit store, and we went to Jerome, but I never really put those together. But they're still on my computer somewhere.
Well, we had ambitions of being a vlog at first, was our thought. So we were like, this is Phoenix Comic Con, and this is the Arizona Renaissance Festival, and those never went up.
Yeah, a lot of random things tend to happen to us. Again, like one of the biggest memories I have was we were in the back seat of a rental car with our cousin and our aunt, and they're like, oh my gosh, you guys are hilarious. You guys should go and make your own YouTube channel. That'd be so funny. We'd love to watch. And I was like,
but I mean, they're related to us, so.
It's true. It's like your mom going, oh my gosh, you guys are so hilarious.
Exactly.
You guys make a YouTube channel. I'd love to watch. And you're like, I love you too. But are you sure the world would like us?
I get that. Being an artist, right? Like, your family is always super, what's the word? They push you. They're like supportive. That's the word.
Wow. Supportive is pretty close to it, yeah.
Yeah. yeah, just super supportive and like, oh, your stuff looks so great, and oh, look at this, and it's wonderful, blah blah blah, and you're like, yeah, I'm really good, and then you go to art school and you're like, oh,
I did not realize.
Oh, other people do this and they do it slightly better.
yeah,
But I feel also that like as artists we are also our own worst critics. And that's just how it is. So like I feel like, at least for me, everybody can be like, oh, this is so funny, or this was so great, and I'm sitting here going, yes, but I did this wrong and this wrong and this wrong. And that's what I remember.
Yes, but it also pushes you because you're just like, haha, if I did this wrong in my mind, I will strive forward. Whoosh.
You just gotta make sure you don't get bogged down by the idea
That's
that everyone else is better than you, because the fact is there's always going to be someone who is I don't know if better's the word, but somebody who you feel at the very least can do something better than you can. And the important thing is to not let that get you down so much as just go, oh, that's a cool thing that person did. I want to do something like that.
Like, I'd love to make a flying machine like Leonardo da Vinci, but,
Are you an inventor?
No.
Okay.
I said I would like to.
Gotcha.
There's a difference.
But you could, is the thing.
Yes.
Right? I mean, you're going to have to study physics and engineering and everything, but like,
Yeah.
you could do it. There's nothing stopping you but you.
Yeah,
Actually, I did think about you get like a regular, boat that you just put on the water, and then you get like a bunch of balloons like up, and I was like, I wonder if you could like have the back of it be like your steering thing into traffic, and as long as you can make sure it goes over 25 miles or more, it'd be kind of considered like a car, but you'd be in a floating car.
like a steampunk airship.
Yes, and I could wear goggles and a top hat and a scarf. And I thought this would be
You
fun.
put more thought into your outfit than the actual physics of making this boat fly.
Yes.
Okay. Oh boy.
Yeah. All right. Wow.
Yeah.
Totally threw me off.
So I have thought about making a boat. A boat fly.
I think the original question, Kristen, was how we got started.
That's how we got started. Was we were like, let's make a channel, and then coronavirus hit, and I'm like, I lost my job, and Megan's like, let's do it, and I'm like, okay.
There you go.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay, so obviously with any sort of creative endeavor, right? Anyone that's doing anything has some inspiration, right? People that like who do you watch on YouTube? Who has inspired you? I mean, other than just YouTube existing, obviously, but yeah. Is there any particular channel that you want to model yourselves after, or a few of them that you want to combine and be that, or who inspires you?
Well, I know both of us tend to watch a lot of Nostalgia Critic, and I think that that's where the idea for actually doing reviews on movies came from for us. Mm-hmm. Big fans of him, although he plays more of a character, and we kind of just wanted to be ourselves, just sort of chit-chatting. Yeah. And I think I got that one more from, there's a British YouTuber named Zoella, and she does a lot of very chill, kind of everyday vlogs. Originally, I think she was a beauty blogger, if I recall correctly. But she just kind of sits down and chats with her audience, and I really liked that vibe personally, because it just feels more organic or authentic.
Mm-hmm. I also like Decker Shadow. He's more of like a horror blogger or a horror critic. His is again more scripted, but I like the way that he does it because it still feels a little bit more organic. And that guy with the creepy long hair, that's his name.
Really?
Yep, his name is that guy with the creepy long hair. Okay. He and Decker Shadow do a lot of collabs with each other. And his also feels organic. Like, he reviewed Gem and the Holograms. He did Dario retrospective. I think, did I ever send that to you, Andy? I need to send that to you.
No, but I would love to watch that.
It was
Dario
awesome.
is the best.
Yeah, Dario is the best.
He went through the first and second season. I'm still waiting on the third. But he's been through like Ninja Turtles. He also does a lot of horror and things like that.
Okay.
So
cool.
I got inspired by them again by Zoella. Jess Fam, which is a family vlog you can watch, and it's about this lady who is very inspiring, and she's had a lot of ups and downs through her life, and she records her and her family, which has grown over the years, and you cheer with them as they go through all of these different obstacles. And she shows her everyday life. So like Zoella in a way when she does the vlogs. So there's a lot of people that really inspire me. So.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. So what are you hoping? I guess the best way to phrase it. What are you hoping to accomplish with the channel?
I personally just kind of wanted to bring a little bit more togetherness, I think, with people. Specifically with the coronavirus, I feel like, I mean, I'm an introvert naturally, but I felt there was a big disconnect with a lot of humanity. You know, we were all off on our own places, and yeah, we had things like social media that kind of keep us together, but it still felt kind of disconnected, and I don't know, difficult to deal with maybe. It's just nice being able to kind of sit down with friends and chat about film, and that's kind of what I wanted to do with this. Was, you know, oh, well, these are the things that we're watching. This is what we think of them. What do you guys think of them?
Mm-hmm.
I like doing silly videos. I've been doing that since junior high. One of the earliest ones I can remember is we did a Monty Python sketch, you know, the one where that creepy old guy is on the bridge and, you know, it's like, to cross this bridge, you see, to answer these questions 3, there, the other side you will see. And it's over the pit of doom where they have to answer questions or they'll be flung into the pit of doom. So we did that at my church, and then I got to edit it, and it was a lot of fun. So I like doing silly videos like that, and I've seen a lot of just like the joy that it brings to people. I like that, and making people smile. I mean, and I love all the random moments that I get to share with, and I know that's not like with them technically, but all the moments that you kind of share with like a YouTuber. I mean, they don't know who you are, but you're sharing that moment of joy and silliness and wonder.
It makes you feel connected with someone.
Yeah. So I guess I'll go with connected, but I've been doing it also since I was younger, and
she has.
I love doing random silly things. It makes me joyful. I mean, if I felt more confident, I think it'd be fun to do like grab a group together and be like the Monty Python guys, like do a bunch of just random sketches and get like dead parrot props and things like that.
Well, let's get through the coronavirus first.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, you guys are going through the early Disney movies for sure right now, which is a lot of fun. But also, Megan, the first few videos that were up there were you doing kind of some unboxing things.
Sure.
I mean, I was just gonna ask, like, you know, was the plan to do kind of more varied things, or was that sort of like a test run, or I don't know, what's the long-term goal there, I guess?
I definitely wanted to kind of keep the channel varied. As of right now, I don't have any plans for any more unboxing videos, possibly until, well, actually what I was originally hoping was that Phoenix Comic-Con was going to be up and running in September, and the plan was to do like a haul video from that, because I also really like haul videos, but
Sure.
like hates us. Yes, but Comic-Con has now been pushed back to 2021, which I totally understand. It's the safe thing to do.
Right.
But I think as of right now, we've thought about doing some vlogs for when fall season of fall is our favorite time of year, and we tend to do a ton of stuff from essentially October all the way through the end of the Renaissance Festival. We have different events that we go to. There's like a pumpkin and chili festival. So I think we're probably going to end up vlogging those
If they're open.
if we can go. As of right now, we're kind of just working with what we got. So
yeah, before the
movies, it is.
Yeah, that's totally fair.
Yeah.
But eventually you want to do more than just the Disney videos. You want to do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. We're branching out from Disney videos as well eventually. We've talked about doing in October, we were thinking of doing like 31 Days of Halloween and just doing very quick, not very edited videos of the horror movies that we watch, because we, over the past, 3 or 4 years, we've strived to watch like one horror movie a night in October, because scary movies are fun.
We have not accomplished that yet.
We've gotten about halfway through.
Yes.
Okay.
But
But I did discover Blade when we were trying to do. So we wanted to just go alphabetically. So we'd pick an alphabetical one because Megan likes lists. I don't really care. I'm just like, let's just watch whatever. But Megan's like, let's go alphabetically, and I'm like, okay, fine, whatever.
It got you to watch Blade.
I know it was, and Blade was really good.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. Both the first two Blade movies are actually both really fun.
Mm-hmm.
The third one loses some stuff, but has, I guess, Dracula in it.
Yes.
I don't think I've seen the third one yet.
No, that was our plan for, I feel like, the end of October last year.
So we didn't get
And then I think we hit The Nightmare Before Christmas, and we were like,
Which is a
Cool.
Thanksgiving movie, by the way, because it's
Yes.
between Halloween and Christmas.
but I feel like we watched that, and we were like, okay, we need to sleep like humans.
That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna change the subject real quick. What is your favorite type of potato chip?
Favorite.
Okay, no, here's the question. Are we specifically saying potato chip or any chip?
Ooh.
Two answers, both.
Okay, my favorite type of potato chip is sour cream and onion. Absolutely love it. And it's gonna sound weird, but I especially love having like a bagel with some schmear on it and having just like a little tiny pile of sour cream and onion potato chips and eating those together. It's like the best bursting of flavor. Favorite any chip, the chip I go to automatically, Doritos. Nacho cheese flavor.
Okay.
Okay, I love sour cream and cheddar chips, but lately I've really been getting into barbecue chips. Like,
It's the summer.
it might be just the summer, or it just could be, I don't know. They've been flavor blasting. It's been so good. I don't think I actually have a favorite because I go between things. Like, I'll for a couple of months I'll love this one thing, and then I'm like, I'm done, and then I'll go to another thing. Like right now I'm on these little like popsicle things that they taste like cotton candy, and I've been eating them over the summer mostly. But
Well, and for a while there, you were downing puffy Cheetos like there was.
oh, I love puffy Cheetos. It's fun because then you can chew them like you're a beaver. You know, like you go,
I mean, that's true. That
and
is
they're
a thing.
great with like soda or milk. You know, I love that. It's just every time I look at the Cheeto-y dust on your finger, that's the kind that's really gross. And I always think of Toy Story 2. Yeah, when he has that puffy Cheeto.
Is that Toy Story 2?
Yeah, because
I thought Sid had that.
I don't think Sid had the puffy Cheetos.
Okay.
There's that one collector guy,
Oh, yeah, right. I forgot him.
and he had like the
Yeah.
Cheeto dust on him, and then he rubs it on his shirt, and
Yes.
you're like, get a napkin, man. So yeah, to shorten that, I don't really have a favorite. I go through phases.
Okay.
I also go through tangents a lot. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. We got time to fill. So tangents are perfectly acceptable on this show.
Cool.
Okay, so since you are going through the Disney animated movies primarily right now, each of you, what are your favorite overall Disney movies? Not just necessarily the ones you've reviewed, but just of the 40 something or whatever that they've done.
Well, let me think. Because we're also doing the live actions eventually, but if we're just talking Disney animated or my favorite overall Disney movies, I would say Beauty and the Beast, because that was a childhood favorite for me. I was going to be Belle, was my determination one day.
Technically, that happened. We still
And
need to
now
decide.
you work in a library, so
Exactly. I forced my dreams to come true.
yeah.
But Brave would be my other overall favorite.
Okay.
I love Brave.
Yeah.
I have a lot of favorites when it comes to Disney. It's like potato chips, you know. I have a variety, but like one of my favorites is definitely The Little Mermaid. I love Princess and the Frog.
Yes.
That one's so underrated but so good. Moana, that's a good one.
I hate to point out to you as well, but Hocus Pocus is technically a Disney movie.
Would that count? Are we doing
I
like just?
have non-animated listed later, so that's fine.
Ah, cool.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
so there you go, animated.
Okay, so with the animated, I also love Robin Hood because Prince John is one. I don't know why, but he's one of my favorite villains. I don't know why. He's just so pouty.
You like lions though, and it's that animation because remember we
Yeah.
talked about it with the Electric Dragon. There's the Raja Tiger. that kind of moves like
Yeah.
Prince John did.
It's just so scraggly. I love it.
Yeah, you like them scraggly cats.
It's so funny. Ben Knobs and Broomsticks, does that count? Because it's partially animated. So I'm
Sure.
going to say yes to that for both live action and animated.
Okay.
Because, yes.
Okay, so what's your favorite animated not Disney movie?
Ooh, excellent question. Okay, stay with me.
Yeah.
This is really dumb.
Yeah, that's fine.
Awesome. Okay, so growing up, when Blockbuster Video and Hollywood Video were open,
Yes.
there were two movies that I rented constantly from the time that I was bitty thing. One was Care Bears in Wonderland, which to this day I have the nostalgia feels for.
Okay.
And the other one, which is the one I said stay with me, there's this absolutely ridiculous movie that I'm not even pretty sure, I know it was a PSA to stop kids from doing drugs. It's called Cartoon All-Stars to the Rescue, and it is literally, you know what I'm talking about? Alvin and the Chipmunks. Oh, I love that dumb movie, and I have it on VHS in my room. I hunted it down, and just every once in a while I get the yen to watch that one. So I'd say those two are my favorite.
Okay, Cartoon All-Stars to the Rescue, for anyone listening that doesn't know about this, I'm pretty sure it's just on YouTube now. I'm pretty sure someone uploaded it.
Yeah.
It was NBC, ABC, and CBS all got together with the
Ronald Reagan.
president. Yeah, like George Bush and Barbara Bush are just in the VHS at the beginning, like introducing this special. And it's about a kid who's like, he's like a teenage kid, and he starts smoking pot, starts doing marijuana. And the entire cartoon is all of the Saturday morning cartoons from the three big networks crossing over and telling him why he shouldn't do drugs. And like, it's silly, and like Megan said, it's not necessarily very good, but when you hear Simon from Alvin and the Chipmunks say the word marijuana, like your brain explodes a little bit, because he shouldn't be saying that word.
No. And I love, every once in a while there's a song in there, the one where they're singing the Million Ways to Say No, and it's all the different ways.
What about that song?
And it gets stuck in my head every once in a while, and I'll just be walking around going, there's a million wild and wonderful ways to say no. Achoo! I guess I'm allergic. And it's so ridiculous. But you never forget that moment where Garfield is like just walking up to the kid, and he's like, get out of my face with that stuff. It's so ridiculous, but so memorable.
My favorite character in that is the smoke cloud that's always trying to influence the kid, right? And he sounds like someone that smokes 1 million packs of cigarettes a day.
Oh yeah. I love played him, I wonder. We're gonna need to look that up at some point, because like that guy was genius.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah, it's just the part where it's just what is I don't remember the lead in, but he's just like, oh yeah, crack. No.
Just all of a sudden he's trying to get him on harder drugs, because I guess the idea of the movie was, hey, you smoke pot, you're gonna do all the harder drugs. And don't they go on like a roller coaster ride, if I remember correctly?
Yes,
through his
with
body.
like Miss Piggy and Kermit, and then they end up in the sewers with Michelangelo.
Yeah.
And then Michelangelo pulls the plug, and like he spirals out of control.
Yeah.
Oh my
you got Alvin and the Chipmunks, Garfield, the Alf cartoon, the Muppet Babies, the Ninja Turtles. I want to say Slimer from Ghostbusters was in it, or he might have been on the
Huey, Dewey, and Louie were in it.
Like it's just whoever was on Saturday mornings in 1989, 1990, whenever it actually came out.
I wish Batman.
Winnie the Pooh and Tigger were also on it.
Winnie the Pooh and Tigger are in there. Yeah. Yeah. So if you want to hear all of the best 80s cartoon characters talking about not doing drugs, find yourself a copy, or like I said, I think it's on YouTube, of Cartoon Network All-Stars to the Rescue.
It should be. I do know that they got a bunch of animators about a year or so ago, and they actually reanimated The Million Ways to Say No in their different styles, and it is the trippiest thing I've ever seen. Y'all have to go watch that.
Also, for the record, as great as this is, I do want to say Atomic Monsoon does not endorse doing any sort of illegal activities.
Yes.
Yes, please don't. Just listen to the Muppet Babies. There's a million wild and wonderful ways to say no.
You got homework to do. One of the reasons, but I don't know if your friends would like that.
Question?
Okay, so Chris, what is your favorite animated non-Disney movie?
Wait, animated
Non-Disney movie.
non-animated Disney.
No, an animated movie that is not by Disney.
Oh. Okay. Oh, I have a lot.
You have
My
a lot with
goodness.
everything.
I have a lot with everything. I
That's
am very
fine.
easy to please.
That explains why we've been friends for so long.
I know, right?
You watch a lot of Rankin and Bass.
I do. I love Rankin and Bass. One of my favorites was my goodness. It's not. It was. What's the name?
I don't know. Is it by
Last
Rankin and
Unicorn.
Bass?
Yes, it's by Rankin and Bass.
Okay, there's
It's
The
one of
Last Unicorn, there's Flight of Dragons.
Ooh, both of those are really good. I love those.
Hobbit.
That's not it. It has to do with Santa Claus, and it's not Santa Claus is coming down. I did love A Year Without a Santa Claus, but it was
The
about
Life
this.
and Adventures of Santa Claus?
That's it. Yes. Thank you, Megan.
You're welcome.
But it's basically about how Santa is friends with a Gandalf guy, a guy that's like Gandalf, and he's the Great Ack, and they live in the forest of Burzee, and they raise Santa with a bunch of these fairies and whatnot, and it's just the Rankin and Bass one where it is that stop motion animation one. That one is really good. I highly recommend get that one. There is another cartoon one, which is okay, but it's not as interesting, and you don't get to see like the cool puppets and animation that comes with that. And the songs are like the Hobbit movie from Rankin and Bass. They are very like epic and
Folky.
yeah, folky.
Folk epic.
Like that one song of "We don't want to go to war today, but the Lord of the
Was that The
Woods
Hobbit?
says nay, nay, nay."
No, that was not The Hobbit. That was Lord of the Rings.
I thought that was the Hobbit.
No, because that was Sam and Frodo.
Okay.
And they were trying to sneak in with the orcs to go into Mordor. So I would even say that was it might have even been The Return of the King by Rankin and Bass, but it was one of those.
Yeah, Rankin and Bass did one of them, but the rest of them were like a live action crossover,
Mhm.
which we do cover in one of our videos. I think it's the Fantasia one, where it looks like at the end,
Yeah, well, that one is both, but
after Bald Mountain.
we are eventually doing the live action ones too.
Yes,
Excellent.
we have a lot of movies we'd like to cover. So,
A lot of movies out there.
but yes, I have a lot of movies that I love. We'll right now go with The Last Unicorn because that's the one I can think of. Oh, and Happily Ever After, which it's not as it's a sequel to Snow White.
Oh my gosh.
And it was
That's a 90s.
way back then. But there's a lot of stars like Carol Channing's in it. My goodness, that one. Oh,
Well, the basic plot of it is it's a sequel to Snow White. Snow White goes to invite the dwarves to her wedding, and the dwarves have moved on and given their cottage to their cousins, the seven dwarfettes, who all have one particular mystical power given to them by Mother Nature that they control. And there is the like 80s-ist, 90s-ist song that Thunderella sings about how she can't control her power, which, you know, take a guess, it's thunder.
Yeah.
Dom DeLuise is in there.
Yeah, Dom DeLuise is in it.
They're so.
It's so and the Evil Queen's brother, I believe, is the villain in that one, and he like kidnaps the prince and tries to kill Snow White. It's weird.
It's weird.
But in that 80s, 90s way we were talking about with Curtain All Stars, it's just kind of like, okay.
I'm also gonna say that you're probably, if you're an adult, you're probably not gonna like this movie. It is. They tried. They try to put it together, but it makes more sense if you're a kid. It's like reading the Goosebumps books now.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
you're younger, it's easier to follow along. You're like, oh, okay, I can totally get this. But
I remember when Ever After came out, and I don't think I ever watched the whole thing, but I did watch part of it,
Mhm.
and even at, I don't know, like 10 or 11 or 12, however old I was when I saw it, like I was like, Oh boy, I probably would have liked this a few years ago, but
Yeah.
I was like, nope, I'm
Yeah.
out.
Oh yeah. It's one of those movies that you have to kind of watch at a particular time in your life, or at the very least, you have to go into it knowing kind of what it is. Like, Mario Brothers, I would say, is the Super Mario Brothers movie. You go into it knowing that it's horrible, and you might have a good time.
I'm going to defend the Super Mario Brothers movie. That movie is a terrible Mario movie, but man, it's a cool cyberpunk movie.
Hey, I love that film.
It's fun.
Kristen always
I like it now.
Yeah, she likes it now. When we were younger, I used to demand to watch it constantly, and she would go and hide it because she was, scared of the Goombas.
The Goombas scene scare me when they're transforming because their faces stretch.
Yeah, it's fair. It was scary, but
people's
for whatever
faces
reason,
are not supposed to stretch like that.
They're not.
It's like an Asian horror movie. No.
But yeah, no, I love that film. But you are correct. That is the weirdest and worst Mario movie ever.
Right.
But
although by default, it's also the best Mario movie ever since there's only the one. But
that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the fact that was it Bob Hopkins and
Bob Hoskins and John Leguizamo, we were just like, we were just drunk the whole time.
Yeah, I was like, I mean, good job though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, I'm gonna need to watch that again.
Right.
You know what? When Megan, when it's safe to visit each other, we should totally hang out and watch that movie.
Absolutely, because my gosh, that is the best film ever.
I like it now. Like one of my favorites is things to say is it's a ba-bomb.
I love those ba-bombs. I really wish that they would actually come out with little figurines of those particular ba-bombs that you can wind up in the walk, because I don't think I've ever seen any.
I don't think I've ever seen a wind up ba-bomb figure either.
And I want one. I'd carry one of those around with me all the time.
Also, Princess Peach's dad. Ew.
Oh, yeah, he's the fungus.
The fungus stuff everywhere.
Yeah.
So when he finally becomes human again, it's like...
It wasn't Peach, though. It's Princess Daisy.
It was Daisy. I forgot.
Yep. But it was Princess Daisy Toadstool, which means she was sort of both and neither princess at the same time.
Yeah, because they had... Mario was dating that lady from the real world.
Yes. Was she the same lady from Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Because they seem awfully similar. Because the guy that plays Mario.
That's another one I had.
Right. Yeah. Huh.
That lady seemed very similar to the lady in.
Well, maybe Bob Hopkins just has a type.
You know what?
And he's like, you know what? If I'm going to be in a movie and be in a romance, I need to be with this type of person.
Hey, why not?
Right? Who knows?
Okay. Well, that was a tangent.
Yeah.
We're very good at those. What? Oh man, where was I on the list? Okay, so we got favorite animated movie, favorite animated Disney movie, favorite non-animated movie by Disney. Bedknobs and Broomsticks, or Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, or Pirates of the Caribbean, or anywhere in that.
Technically, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang wasn't Disney.
Was it not?
No, it was not Disney. I know people get that confused a lot. Hold on, I'm gonna look it up on.
Well, while she's looking it up, I would say, some of my favorite ones are actually the made-for-Disney TV movies that they did back during the 90s and 2000s. And in particular, the two that I always go back to are Halloween Town, the first one.
Oh, that one's so good. I love that.
And Tower of Terror.
I watch this Halloween Town, man. Like, everybody that I talk to that grew up watching the Disney Channel original movies, they're all like, Halloween Town's the best one. And I'm like,
the first one.
Okay, I didn't even know there was more than one. I've only ever heard people talk about the first.
The second one, they ruined the town, and I get so upset.
So you never watched it?
What's that? I've never seen it. No. I've got Disney Plus, so maybe that'll be something to do this weekend.
It should be on there, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah.
That one. There was one in the very beginning that you actually can't find on DVD. Most of them you can actually find on DVD now. But one in particular was called Under Wraps, and that was about a kid who was really into horror movies, and he finds a mummy, like an actual mummy.
Yes.
And he tries to pass the mummy off as his uncle, and eventually tries to get the mummy with its
Uncle Herman.
Uncle Herman tries to get its mummy with his mummy wife. You cannot find that on DVD. So if that's on Disney Plus, I recommend starting with that ridiculous thing.
Oh, they also have Don't Look Under the Bed and all the other ones that are too.
All right, so I don't think I ever saw Under Wraps, but the instant you said it, I knew exactly what you were talking about because it used to be on the back. All those DCOM movies got advertised on the back of Marvel Comics, like
Yep.
long before Disney bought Marvel.
Uh-huh.
So like I just have a ton of these comics where the back cover is just like, this month on Disney, it's Johnny Tsunami or Under Wraps or whatever. So like I know what all these movies are, but I've never seen any of them.
Yeah, they're really, really fun if you just want to sit down and like eat some popcorn with like some friends. Halloween Town, I think you can definitely watch by yourself and enjoy it. The majority of the Disney made-for-TV films are a little bit, they're not as close to it, but a little bit like Sharknado, where like you kind of got to be with people and you got to know what you're getting into.
Okay. I know. Oh man, was it Brink and like Will Friedle played the older brother?
Oh yeah, Brink, man, that was during their time period where they were like, let's do skater things and be totally radical.
I love Rip Girl. And then the
Rip
13th
Girl.
year. I love that
Was
one.
that the mermaid one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah.
Disney, man, they jump on trains, and it's kind of a blast when you look back at the trains that they jumped on.
Luck of the Irish, and then you have the guy that was in Supernatural was the evil leprechaun and all of that.
Which one?
The
Dean
guy
or Sam?
No, the guy that played Cain or Abel.
I didn't get that far.
Spoiler alert! He's in there.
Yeah, geez, Kristen.
No, but I mean, yeah. To your point, like they were definitely jumping on a lot of bandwagons and stuff. But also like a lot of people in those movies went on to do bigger stuff, like Supernatural, apparently, right?
Yeah.
Because Disney Channel was a place to get started.
Yeah, it was. Disney Channel gave a lot of people their starts. I think there was a little bit of an issue if you were like a kid or a teen with some things. Zoe 101. That was Nickelodeon.
That was Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
Just with child stars in general.
Child stars in general. But I know that with Disney, it was a little bit difficult to get out of that image of, oh, you're a Disney Channel star, you know?
Right, unless you do something super extreme to break it, like Miley Cyrus did or whatever.
Yeah, I was going to say Miley Cyrus or like Daniel Radcliff did after Harry Potter, and then he was like in Equus right away, and you went, okay.
Yep.
Yeah. I think Elijah Wood kind of did that too. After he was Frodo, he was in Sin City, and that was a really big diversion of characters.
Well, I remember Elijah Wood like as basically a childhood actor, being in the that mid-90s Flipper remake.
Oh my gosh, he was. See, I remember him from being in The Good Son with Macaulay Culkin.
He's also in Huckleberry Finn.
Yeah. So he did definitely do that, but I feel like after he did Lord of the Rings, everybody was like, he's Frodo. That's all he can do. So then he was like, well, now I'm going to be in Sin City.
And something completely different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Kristen, your favorite non-animated movie by Disney?
I'm going to say Bedknobs and Broomsticks right now, but I also love like Pirates of the Caribbean, Pollyanna, The Parent Trap. I like a lot of the old Bees but Goodies. Also, by the way, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang was made by Warfield Productions, not Disney.
Oh, okay.
Just to go back on that earlier thing.
Okay.
No, thank you for correcting me. Listen, I am never ashamed of being corrected when I'm wrong.
Oh, cool.
That was kind of all the major like Disney related questions. So I'm just going to ask you some silly stuff now.
Sure.
I mean, I guess this is still kind of Disney related, but what is your favorite theme park roller coaster ride?
At the Disney parks or in general?
Again, two answers, right? If you got multiples, why not?
Yeah.
Are we talking roller coaster or just ride in general?
Sure.
All of the above.
Yeah, whatever. Ride.
Yeah, favorite ride. Go ahead, Kristen.
Haunted Mansion. I love the Haunted Mansion. Oh my gosh.
It's the one time you're going to get a single answer out of her.
Yes. I love the Haunted Mansion.
Haunted Mansion's pretty good.
Followed by the Pirates of the Caribbean, but Haunted Mansion all the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say my favorite ride at the Disney parks would probably be the original Tower of Terror, so the one that they have down, or Hollywood Hotel, I guess, down at Disney World, because they did change the one at Disneyland to be Avengers themed, and I admit I'm a little miffed about that.
Also, as the Disney originals go, the Tower of Terror, that one was a really good one that they did.
Yeah. But the Tower of Terror itself, the ride, is the one where it takes you kind of through the spooky hotel, and then you're sitting in this elevator, and instead of just going up and down, the elevator like pushes through this ride, and you see a bunch of different Twilight Zone things because it was based off of the original Twilight Zone TV show. And then it takes you to the top of this building, and just it opens these doors, and you see this huge view of like miles down the road, and then it drops you.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I think I did Tower of Terror once as a kid, and the only thing I really remember of it was I remember the drop, and I remember the paintings stretching. And
that's Haunted Mansion.
Is that Haunted Mansion? Okay.
Yeah, Haunted Mansion.
Okay. Well, then I.
You remember the drop?
Haunted Mansion. Yeah. Either way.
It should be Haunted Mansion all the way.
Here's the thing. I have not figured out how they did that, the stretchy paintings, and I'm kind of glad. Like, I kind of like that mystery. So.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I know Kristen knows, but I'm gonna tell her right now not to say anything.
Kristen won't say anything.
It's fun to have that illusion.
Yeah.
Also, fun fact in there: if you go through the ballroom scene, it's separated by this really strong plexiglass. But someone shot part of the plexiglass to see if it was, I think, a bulletproof or something. Mm-hmm. Anyway, it ended up looking, because it was one big piece of glass, it broke into a corner, but it made it look like a spider web. So they're like, well, we could spend all this money to replace it, or we could just keep it and have a permanent spider web from a gunshot.
Well, now, is that the one at Disney World or Disneyland?
That's Land.
Oh, okay.
I've not been to Disney World. I am a horrible, horrible fan. Nor have I been to Disneyland Paris with Phantom Manor, which is also my favorite. That's another favorite.
I think it's fair to go to the one that's closest to your house. That's why there's multiple Disney theme parks.
No, but they don't have the multiple Disney haunted mansions.
I think that's okay. I think you'll be all right.
Right.
All right. So, what is your favorite ice cream flavor?
Mint chocolate chip, and I like to do a scoop of mint chocolate chip, and then I'll do a scoop of chocolate, and in the chocolate, I'll add gummy bears.
Megan, why are we not best friends?
I don't know, because we're busy, and now coronavirus. But see, now we got to hang out and watch Mario Brothers and eat ice cream.
Yes, this is a wonderful plan.
Awesome.
Kristen, what phase of ice cream are you going through right now?
Oh, goodness. Lately, I've been going through...
Well, your popsicles with the...
Yeah, my cotton candy popsicles, so not really ice cream, but more like a popsicle kind of thing. But I have been into the sweet, just plain old vanilla cones lately this summer. But my always go-to for ice cream is cookie dough.
Yeah.
Because then you get the chunks of the cookie dough in there. Really good.
Cookie dough is probably the most popular answer that we get when I ask that question, which is not often, admittedly, but a couple times I have, cookie dough has come up. So you're in good company.
Cookie dough's good.
All right. And we just got a couple minutes left, so just last question, and then we'll go into where people can find you wherever. Do you eat I kind of quit cereal, but do you guys still eat breakfast cereal? And if so, what is your favorite?
Ooh, you're bringing out the big guns. I
don't do boring interviews.
I know, because there's just so many good breakfast cereals out there. You know what? I like Trix. Trix are for kids, and you know what? Sometimes I just sit there with a big bowl of Trix.
So I'm really boring when it comes to cereal in the morning now. I just like plain Cheerios, but
come on.
When it comes to dinner, I like eating Cocoa Pops.
I was going to say, you eat Cocoa Pops.
I don't even sit here and tell me. I love Cocoa Pops. I'm just saying, I don't when I think of breakfast, I don't think Cocoa Pops anymore. Also, Lucky Charms is delicious too.
No, marshmallows, yeah.
But Megan, the hearts, stars, and horseshoes.
If the Okay, all right. So I'm going to get into a thing here.
And the red balloon.
I'm going to get into a thing here because she and all of our friends love the Lucky Charms. And you know what? Lucky Charms, they're a good choice. But marshmallows should not be crunchy. So if the marshmallows were softer, I would be all about those Lucky Charms because
they're space marshmallows, though.
They're crunchy. Marshmallows should not crunch. They squeak when you bite into them, and it's just an uncomfortable texture.
But they do in space, Megan. This is space marshmallows. Irish Lucky Charms space marshmallows.
Ugh. Well, you can keep your space marshmallows. I'll sit here with my tricks.
So Megan, that's for kids.
That's right.
I'm okay with all of these answers. Okay. Yeah, we just have a couple minutes left here. So, obviously, people can find you on the YouTube channel, The Sisters That Don't Do Anything.
Yeah.
Is there any other place online you want people finding you, or just there?
As of right now, I am currently working on a book blog on Tumblr.
Okay.
The name of this blog is Enchanted Quill and Ink.
Enchanted Quill and Ink.
Yes.
.tumblr.com.
Yep, .tumblr.com. There is nothing on there right now,
Okay.
but so if viewers go and see it, you will see a blank page. But the plan is to take the other thing that I do in life, being a page and reading a lot of books, and just kind of doing some book reviews.
She's also part of this really cool book club that gets, she reads through it, and when it gets to a certain page, it'll have an item in there that's related to the book. So.
Neat.
Yeah.
And Kristen, is there anywhere online you want people finding you?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Only on the Sisters That Don't Do Anything so far.
Okay.
Yeah.
But she is part of doing this channel was also to get her to do some animations and kind of work through that and get some of that part of her art out. And so I am slowly trying to convince her to post more animations on there, as well as eventually on like a blog of her own. So, or Instagram.
Yes, but animation takes a little bit longer.
Well, yes.
Animation takes a long time. That's why I don't do it.
It does.
But it's so cool when you get it done.
It's very true. That's very true.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Well, listen. Thank you both so much for being on. So yeah, everyone who is listening, go check out The Sisters That Don't Do Anything on YouTube, and you can listen to them talk about other movies and random things Megan got sent in the mail. You can meet their dog Boris, who shows up in almost every video.
Kind of like licking his nose.
Yeah, and otherwise, we will see you here next time. You can find me and mine at Atomic Monsoon on Facebook and Twitter, and Atomic Monsoon with the _ on Instagram. And otherwise, rate, review, and subscribe on your favorite podcatcher that you're listening to on right now. Otherwise, have a great summer, and be safe out there, guys.
Bye.